Okay. Okay, I think something like this you would have tried, wherein the most of the code part will remain same. Only the condition what we write inside here, the statements inside the while loop will vary in this particular program. Okay, let us try to understand that. Now, what was the expected result? Like something like this, right? So wherein first you should have an odd. Okay, then after some spaces there should be a even. Okay, then on the next line 1, then next line here 2, 3, 4, here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Suppose if I had entered the number n as 10, it should display in this way. You need to observe the pattern here. First there is a odd, then even. 1 is printed and then there are some spaces, right? Certain space are printed and then 2 is there. After 2, the next number is an odd number. It has taken on to the next line. And then there are few more spaces printed. And then the next number is an even number, which is printed on the same line. And after the 4, that even number, the next is obviously an odd number that is printed on the next line. If you notice here, the pattern is that whenever we print an odd number, we should give some spaces. Okay, look at here. Whenever the odd number is printing, we need to give some spaces. And whenever we print the even number, we need to print an next line characters, right? When 2 is printed, the next we have a /n probably. Here again /n. Like this, we need to write our code here. Okay, now let's say the program starts from here. It will ask you to enter a number. After reading the number, I want to print. First thing is that odd and even, right? So let us write that particular printf here. Printf, say odd. Now, what do I need to do? I need to print some spaces, right? So I will just give a spaces tab like this, spaces, and then even, right? Even I will type. Then look at here. After n, even is printed. Then I need to print what? The next line. So /n is required here. There is a /n, then double quote complete, close the bracket. Okay, then I equals to 1 we will begin with, and then we will go through the while loop, while I less than or equal to n. Now, look in the output here. The first number which we need to print is it a even number? Is it an odd number?
Odd number, sir.
Odd number. So here we need to have our controls, right? Like first, let us take the remainder first. The remainder r is equals to I modulus 2. I modulus 2. The remainder is equals to I modulus 2. And then let us check whether that r is a even number or an odd number. So here we need to, since we need to print the odd number first, let us have a if condition, and in that r equals to 1. That is r double equals to 1. If this is true, that means it is an odd number, we need to print it. So print f, I need to print that number. Then look at here, after printing this 1, I need to print some space, isn't it? I need to print some spaces. So what I can use, the same number of spaces I will just take and put it over here. Okay, now if you don't know about the spaces over here, what else we can do is that there is one more type of a escape character, like how /n will print on the next line. There is one more character by the name /t. By the name /t. /t means it is a space width of a tab. Space, it is a, let me write it here, /t means it is a space width of a tab. Tab means on the keyboard you might have seen there is a tab button. Whenever you press a tab button, it will move like this, right? So this tab button, the spaces, it could be sometime 2 or a 4 or a 8, depending upon on that computer, whatever it has been set for. So those many spaces it will print. Okay, and then even number will be printed. Okay, that means when this statement is executed, what is going to happen? Odd will display. /t means some space it will display. This space is exactly equal to the 1 tab width, and then even will be printed, and then the /n. In the same way here, after printing the odd number, I need to print some spaces of the exactly of a width of a tab. Then here after d, I can write /t here. Slash t means it will cause a space width here. Okay, then double quote complete, then I need to print the I here, semicolon. Okay, now I have printed the odd number first. Okay, then it will go through the iteration. I plus plus will be there, like here. I plus plus will be there. The next number will come 2. That 2 less than or equal to n is true, and this time the remainder becomes 0. That means even the 0, whenever the remainder becomes 0, I need to print that as well as an even number. So I will handle it in the part of else here. So else print f percentage d. Now look at here. After printing the even number, I need to print a new line. So new line means slash n. Slash n I will print, and then comma I. Okay, let us run the program and check whether it will work or not. Okay, let's go to the terminal, and the file name is 24. Let's compile the program. Okay, am I audible, students? Is my voice breaking?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine here at my side. I don't have any internet problem. The strength is also full, and I'm not getting any internet issues. How about others? Are you able to hear me properly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, your voice is cracking, sir.
Tracking. From my side, I think there are no problems. You need to check on from your side. I'm getting a mixed responses. Few of you are able to hear my voice, and few of you are not able to hear properly. Okay, no worries. I will just repeat it once again, and then I will explain you. Okay, let us run the program first. /a.out. Here, let me enter 10. Now look at the output here. When I enter 10, odd even is printed, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at the pattern, how it is printing. Now, this spaces, right? You can find here some space, right? This space is caused because of the tab.
Not audible.
E. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we had done here is that we, in this particular program, we initially printed an statement to print odd and even numbers which are separated by a tab width, right? Like how the slash n will cause a new line to be printed. The same way the slash t, okay, will print a width of a tab on the screen. Okay, so that odd is printed first, and then some spaces printed, then the even number is printed, and then the control will go to the next line as in the slash n. Then later we will try to run through a while loop. This will repeat from the number 1 up to the number 10 here. Suppose if we enter the n to be 10. From 1 to 10, it will try to check whether the number is an even number or an odd number, right? So initially we capture the remainder, and remainder we will try to check whether it is equals to 1. If it is equals to 1, that means it is an odd number. So print that odd number here, and here after printing that odd number, don't print the slash n, instead of that print slash t, so that the next, after printing the odd number, corresponding even number will be printed.